transforming ordinary spaces into extraordinary. We have founders of Inner Fusion, Snehi Zaveri and Miloni Shah. Snehi and Miloni, welcome to Midday. And you two gorgeous women, you are running Inner Fusion into luxury interior designing space. How did this journey begin?
Thank you, firstly, for inviting us. It's a pleasure. So, I think for me, like the creativity began from very young. Like, I was always inclined towards designing and, creating spaces and how it made people feel about spaces. So, that's when it all began with. And of course, then we took up interior design as a course, and I met Snehi at that given point.
So you were like classmates.
Yeah,
if I'm
we
not
were
wrong.
classmates. Yes,
right?
yes. So we did our jobs in the industry for like good 7-8 years, and then we thought that we should start something of our own, which doesn't block the creative mind that we have, and that's when Inner Fusion came into the picture.
Yeah.
Yes.
So while things were shaping up, while you were working somewhere else, what your discussions used to be like? Because I'm sure this was not built in a day, right?
Absolutely, definitely not. So, in fact, we did think that somewhere around the line, our design aspects were getting curbed in our job, and we were not being able to put in our entire creativity. Is when we decided that we should probably start off on our own to put in our design aspects back to the world, and create spaces on our own.
So, what is your style mantra? What inspires your design?
We do believe that we love creating something extraordinary from the ordinary. Of course, by creating and elevating the lifestyle of our clients and bringing that's the vision that we have in mind also through small detailing, thoughtful planning, and of course, the aesthetic that follows. So that's been our mantra to the thing, yes.
And what kind of trends, where do you imbibe the trends when it comes to design?
We do go for a lot of design exhibitions and a lot of meets, a lot of designer meets and everything. And obviously, we follow a lot of the design trends even online, considering there are so many websites now and Instagram and Pinterest and everything. So obviously we do follow that, but what we truly believe is to obviously understand those design, absorb them, but then interpret it in your own personal manner rather than doing like a copy paste, because it needs to be a lot more personal to the client.
Right. Talking about the personal aspect of it, I really have to mention, I just went through a post of yours, which showed secret drawers, a drawer inside a drawer.
Correct.
So, of course, for people who really love their privacy, I think that's a great option.
Absolutely.
So what kind of interesting things and ideas you have really stumbled upon lately?
In terms of ideas, that it's like an ongoing thing, like I think the biggest ideas and the biggest inspirations are our clients, because from their needs, their lifestyle and their stories, we can imbibe this. So what you're talking about is one of our clients came up to us that we want something, like secretive in a common space, so that's when we came into this, like let's do a secret drawer. So I think with every site, it's a different this thing. So that's the biggest inspiration. Yes.
Now you guys turned your passion into profession, right? So what really keeps you inspired always?
So I think on a broader perspective, it's always more on, like the stories that we, like we are sharing or, like we're having with somebody, the normal day conversations. Of course, the art and the architecture and the travel does inspire you. But like I said before also, I think our clients, while we're designing for them, their stories, their needs and all, it's our biggest inspiration, because we get the best ideas through that. Yes.
And what are their reactions like? Would you like to share some some memorable story that you had with your client?
Definitely. So in fact, there's this one residence that we recently completed at Worli, and that client has eventually now become a very good friend of mine. I would definitely be like, I can call her anytime, and through the entire process of the project also, it was more like a friendly relation than our interior versus a client. The trust that they have in us and the kind of lifestyle that we also have to understand of theirs. So yeah, that had gone very smoothly, that the client has actually turned into a friend now.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And what kind of reactions do you expect? Has it ever happened that maybe it went beyond their expectations, and maybe the reaction was not something that you had expected?
I think when they say that, this does feel like home now, I think that's the biggest paycheck we can ever be like, we're waiting and we're
Definitely.
craving for such feedbacks
Correct.
from clients. So we're always looking forward for that. Yeah.
Now, I'm sure there are two kinds of people in the world. One type really values functionality, and another group really values aesthetics.
Correct.
So, what about you guys? How do you balance both of it?
So definitely for us, functionality is extremely important, considering you have to be living in that space and it has to be very customized to your comfort. So definitely, while form and functionality is of utmost importance, when we incorporate that, what our expertise is to incorporate that in a more aesthetic manner. So definitely form and functionality is the most important thing, along with aesthetic.
Would you like to explain this with the help of an example? How you kind of balance
Definitely.
functionality
So
and aesthetics?
again, so this one client, he's on wheelchair. So the entire house is made wheelchair friendly in a way that he can even go to the balcony with his wheelchair, even though there is a window in the middle. So we've created a slope on both ends of the window, so it's easier for him to go to the balcony. Even his bedroom door and his
Yeah.
walk-in door are both on buttons. So again, he doesn't have to really take the pains of opening it and closing it. So that's where functionality comes into the picture along with comfort for him.
I think this really goes beyond the designs, right? It's like you are helping out people, helping them live a better life.
That's true. That's so true.
Definitely.
Yes.
It really, honestly, for them, when we understand their comfort so much, is what makes them feel like, okay, this is my home now.
Correct. Yeah.
Because most of them, their feedback to us is, I want a home, I don't want a hotel. Yeah.
So for
that's
us,
where we
yeah,
want to incorporate the
Correct.
warmth.
Yeah, that's true.
So we have been talking about what clients love, what people love. Let's talk about you guys.
Definitely.
What you love personally. What about you, Miloni?
For me, definitely using calming materials, like more of natural light. Like we are obsessed with having, like good lighting and natural light. That's like the key to design any home. So that is really important. Yeah. For
And
me.
what is your favorite color to work with?
We love the shades of taupes, which is in the neutral palette, but I'm a fan of blue.
And is it the same for you, Snehal?
We are pretty much on the same
Same line,
page,
yeah.
but again, when it comes to design, it's such a broad perspective that obviously there are different choices. So we have to adapt to the client's choice also. So that's where we have to keep changing our creativity. And what I would say, what I love the most is to work with abstract designs.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
And what is really trending right now? What's up in the market?
So I think we are over the phase of course, as much as modern and minimalism everybody wants in life, we do want to add that quirky abstract design or abstract form into the space. And I think arches is something that is really trending all over at this point. Yes.
So same, like while arches is trending in the market right now, and everybody, like all new homes and younger people in fact are like, I want an arch here and an arch there. What we generally do is we use it in a way where it's going to be also pleasing, because just putting arches everywhere is not going to really make the space look like your own.
I'm sure your customers would be coming with a lot of hopes, aspirations, and of course demands, because they'll be pretty excited, right?
Correct. It's
So,
a deep.
so how do you go about suggesting them the right thing and convincing them for that? Because I'm sure everything won't be aligning together, right?
Correct,
Maybe you have something on your mind and they have something else.
Correct.
Right.
The foremost important thing is to have the wavelength to match in time. Like as a designer or as a client, the wavelength definitely needs to match to have like a long-term relation, because the project goes on for at least 6 to 9 months, So to have that is a key factor. But of course, we do give them a requirement sheet, or tentatively ask them their budget, so we can toss around ideas according to that. Yes.
Also, they send us a lot of reference images,
Yeah.
because there's so much available to
Available,
them
yeah,
now.
exactly.
There's so much available that they want this, they want that, and then to amalgamate everything together is where our expertise come into the picture. So that's when they share their references is when we tell them that, you share your references, but let us give you our ideas.
Yeah.
As a design lover myself, I would like to say that there are a lot of Pinterest designs that we keep on collecting.
Collecting. It's like a
correct,
whole bit of
correct.
collection.
But I'm sure this whole bit of collection together would be becoming extremely chaotic,
Correct.
because it's like you don't love a single thing, you love everything else.
Everything, yeah.
So how do you break the clutter and kind of align yourself and decide upon something? Okay, this is fit for my client.
I think depending on the space, their requirement, and the theme that they want to follow, we provide like an entire concept sheet, like a mood board sort of a thing, to get you the overall look and feel of how they exactly want their room vision to be. Once that is created, or once that is formed, it gets transformed into a 3D view. So they get to see the overall look and feel with the exact material, exact color. So I think that pretty much sums it up. Yeah.
And has it ever happened that after creating the entire mood board and things getting started, the mood of the client really changed?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
a lot of times, in fact, that once we've created the entire conceptual presentation, the client is like, but this is very different from what I have thought. So we need the feedback at that point in time, wherein what they are liking, what they are not liking. Basis on that is when we'll be able to give them another design option.
But I'm sure it won't be possible to change
Yeah.
each time,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So
No,
how do you
but
manage?
I think with our expertise and with our design oriented skills now, I think we managed to convince them
Yeah.
to go through that. So I think
So
that
it's a convincing skill
it's a
factor.
convincing, yeah,
Absolutely. We have to have a lot of convincing power in our field.
Having said that, how do you handle the feedback and the criticism for your designs?
So constructive feedback is always welcome, because of course we are in a design oriented field. So design as a concept is also very subjective. So that's definitely, like we work, like as we said, like, because at the end it's client space that we're designing for. But however, like with our design knowledge and the experience that we've catered over the years, we do try to guide them, like to go in a certain manner and go with our instincts, yeah.
Maybe a story where you did not expect a feedback what you got, which was way different, or maybe some feedback that really moved your heart.
We do remember getting this project few years back, and we did create an entire mood board in 3D and everything. And at that point in time, the client was like, if it's going to happen the exact same way as what you've shown and proposed, let's just go ahead with it. We don't want any like further changes. So that was like a key factor, that he didn't change a thing, like
From the start,
till the end of the project.
He was very clear that we go as per your vision
And
your
your
expertise, and he has not interfered anywhere
Yeah.
through the entire process.
Yeah.
So that was just like a tick mark all through.
Now that's a thrill, right?
Yeah, that's a thrill.
Absolutely.
So-
And then the pressure is more also, because you're like, the client is fully betting
Trusting
on
you,
you.
exactly, yeah.
You better show up.
I'm
and
sure.
yeah,
I'm sure.
yeah.
So along with the thrills and the chills, what do you enjoy the most about your profession?
I think the transformation, like first entering into a bare shell apartment and then turning into something very meaningful, personal, and beautiful for a client, that's something that we crave for, So,
Absolutely.
yeah,
And
that's something
then
we're always waiting
then
for.
the excitement on their face when they are seeing their entire home ready to be living in, it's priceless.
And I'm sure you guys would be craving to kind of redo your home also, seeing such amazing
Always.
designs.
We are forever
Always.
doing that. When we look at new materials, things available in the market, we are going back home and telling our spouses, let's just redo our space.
You're pretty young, right? Doing such amazing work in the luxury interior designing space. How, as young designers, how is the world for you?
I think for us, it's been we've always wanted to be here, and we always wanted that we want to make a difference in like being here. So we are very passionate, very like driven, taking some bold creative moves, and going ahead with that same path.
So we are definitely early in our journey probably, but we are definitely here to make a difference.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt people not taking you seriously, maybe perhaps because you are too young?
Yes,
So we do
that
have
too
stories.
females.
Yeah. We
Definitely,
do
a
have
lot of times
stories.
because
Yeah,
they
for that.
literally talk to us as if we are kids. So that's a little humiliating also sometimes. So we sometimes have to dress in a way that we look older than our age to
No, I
make
do remember when-
ourselves look a little more out there.
Taken
Yeah,
seriously.
exactly. Taken seriously.
So I do remember, like, initially when we had started out, we were always like two Bombay girls, want to do something wild. But yeah, we're here to make difference, and we're here to make a change. So that's driven. That's
Driving us to
where we want to
become
reach.
bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you guys stay in line with the current trends and developments?
To keep updated, we of course, we are attending workshops. We are like, there's of course, like vendor base meeting to introduce, to keep us touch base with the new materials. I think discussing with your colleagues also, it's a really impactful thing. We do have a designer group, where we are like sharing whatever the pros and cons are. So that's really helpful to, keep us updated.
What do you have to say about sustainable designs? Because sustainability is something, which has been trending a lot lately. So, are you really able to incorporate? Do you get window and opportunities enough to incorporate it into your work?
Yeah, 100% for us. I think using the right source of material, like power saving lights, probably, and of course, designing responsibly that the renovation doesn't happen frequent, like so using that material. That's of course 100%. Yes.
So, where you girls are doing such amazing job, where do you see your company in the future? What are your aspirations like?
So definitely, while we are here to make a difference in the interior world and creating spaces, we definitely are looking forward to becoming a more holistic company where we are actually giving an entire experience to the client and not just changing a space for them. We want to give them an end-to-end experience of their lifestyle and their luxury.
What tips would you like to give to the viewers, when it comes to designing their own space, their home?
So I think it's very important to be trusting your interior designer and having full faith in them, because while they have the experience and expertise, they are also trying to understand your lifestyle and your requirements. So just browsing through Pinterest and Instagram is not really the way to do up your home. Do definitely trust your designers, architects, and that's the way you should ideally do up your home.
One thing we would like to say is that, of course, it's a one-time investment. It's your dream project that you've done. So definitely, like, give it all in. Trust your interior designers and go with their instincts.
Thank you so much, Snehi and Miloni. It was so insightful talking to you guys. I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation.
Likewise, thank you so much for having us here.
Yeah, thank you.
And you wonderful people, for more such interesting and insightful videos, stay tuned to Midday.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.